Exham Priory presentation in association with all WNY News Radio. It's another week of the Nick and Dan Show, Season 2, bitches! Starring your hosts, Nick, and that lovable motherfucker, Dan. Not to mention myself, Carl Winslow. And featuring ThinkSoJoe. This week, Nick and Dan are joined by local artist Kyle Gleason from Stampede Studios to talk about artwork, music, and zombies. Plus, ThinkSoJoe sobers up for a little while to sit on the couch and shoot the shit. And a song from Wyatt Coin.
Tonight's show is presented by beer, the letter 7, the numbers F and U. It's the Nick and Dan Show.
All right.
Yeah.
Hi, Dan.
Hey, buddy.
Going on?
Not a whole bunch.
Yeah, same here. Not a whole much?
I said munch.
Munch?
Bunch.
I'm hungry.
I just ate breakfast.
Oh, lucky bastard.
Yeah, it's my weekend thing, man.
I ate all the pizza we had in our fridge as of last night, and there was a lot of pizza. I don't think I'm going to poop ever again.
Probably not.
I love cheese.
I know, and you hate vegetables.
I do hate vegetables. They are the devil's food. That's what food eats.
I was about to say, that's what food eats.
Yep. I mean, I eat them just indirectly. They eat at that. I eat the meat that comes from them. Therefore, I'm eating vegetables.
Don't think it works like that.
It does.
Okay.
Listen, the lies I tell myself so I can not sleep at night. Yep. Hey, Kyle.
Hey, what's up?
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have Kyle Gleason with us from Stampede Studios, a good friend of mine that I work with in the same wonderful place.
Wonderful.
Wonderful place.
Glorious.
Glorious. But also is an amazing artist, as I found out probably about like 2 or 3 years after we started working together.
Yep.
That's done artwork for our band, Exham Priory.
It sure has, and we do own one-off pieces of his as well.
We do. I know we've got the album cover.
Yep.
We've got, well, you've got Koi Fish.
I do.
I've got a drawing of Cthulhu.
You do.
And then we also got that sweet piece of art.
He
Dan,
got us. He
show
made
the
us
people.
a beautiful little present for us. We have this badass piece right here, done by a one Mr. Kyle Gleason of Stampede Studios.
And that's fucking awesome, dude.
Hell yeah.
So, Kyle, how are you today?
Hungover.
I have a few more of those. We'll fix that.
A little bit of hair in the dog.
Right. Now, why are dogs biting us exactly?
I don't know.
Do you remember a dog?
I wasn't there for the dog.
No, I mean, so I don't get where that saying comes from.
I don't know, man.
So, like, if a dog bites you,
Yeah.
and you're feeling like crap the next day because it fucking hurts because a dog bit you,
Yeah.
does that mean that if you get some of its hair and eat it?
I think you actually have to rub it on.
Okay.
Like a topical one.
Yeah.
Right.
Gotcha.
So is this, like, supposed to help prevent lichenism or something? Is this how baby werewolves are born or prevented from being born?
Maybe.
Alright, so if a dog is going to bite you, make sure that you take some of its hair afterwards for some contraception.
Yes.
Sounds
So
good.
you won't become a werewolf, but you'll probably get mange in the infection.
Amongst other things.
Yeah.
We play doctors on YouTube.
Sometimes.
Only
Well,
some.
no. Jim Schwartz and his friends play doctors on YouTube.
They do is, listen, we can all play doctors on YouTube.
True.
Doctor?
Dr. Feelgood.
Doctor.
Right. So Kyle, awesome fucking artist. Tell us what got you into drawing and artwork.
Honestly, I was about 3 years old, and my parents said I used to walk out to the front window, look around, come back, and start drawing.
Really?
Damn.
And they said it was odd that someone my age was drawing at what I was doing, and they wanted to send me away to an art school. Thank God that didn't happen.
Right.
Because I wouldn't have a wife.
Right.
But then, I really got into art at a very, very young age. Kindergarten, probably, started learning about artists. I won a bunch of different contests. I was in the Buffalo News multiple times. I did an editorial cartoon that was was in the news when I was in like 7th grade. Won sculpting contest and all sorts of other things. And then when I was a senior, I did advanced placement art and was the first one, I believe the first one in the high school to get a perfect score on the drawing exam.
Oh,
Wow.
shit.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, what does a drawing exam consist of?
Well, they give you a bunch of bullshit in front of you, and you draw it, and just like any art, I guess it depends on the eye of the viewer.
Okay.
But I didn't draw just the bottles and apples that they put in front of you. I drew that, the person behind it drawing for the exam as well, and the stuff behind them.
Okay.
So I actually, what they gave me to draw was at the bottom, and I was drawing beyond it.
Okay.
Because, fuck it.
Right.
You're not going to tell me what to do.
Exactly.
Right.
When I actually walked out of a art class when I was a freshman in college because I didn't do exactly what the teacher wanted, and I told her that's bullshit. I did the exam, I did what you said,
Yeah.
but I knew it wasn't what you wanted, but fuck you.
Right. Art's subjective. Man.
So I graduated with a sociology degree.
That's terrific.
The best part about art and what I think I'm really good at is screwing up. And when you screw up, just keep going, make it better.
Right.
Just like that's how you discover who you are as an artist,
Right.
as a musician.
Mhm.
You screw up, you're like, that's terrible, but good, because it's
Yeah.
different.
Right.
It goes for any media.
Okay. Nice. So happy little mistakes.
Happy little mistakes with a friend.
Oh,
R.I.P.
nice.
Bob Ross.
That's right. So, were you like the rest? Did you watch Bob Ross religiously
Hell
when you were
yeah.
younger?
How else do you sleep?
Right?
I don't know. I mean, me and my wife were on, I want to say Netflix not that long ago, and they had like a bunch of the old
collections.
episodes. I'm like, yeah, we're just going to sit here and watch this for the entire day. That's it. It was, I mean, he kind of made watching somebody paint exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know, I love the end result, but kind of like sitting there and watching a band write a song, it's like, okay, here's the end product here. I'm just not seeing it.
I heard he was a Marine or something, or some kind of badass.
Right.
Probably. I heard the same thing about Mr. Rogers, too. But
Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows?
That would be an awesome fight. Bob Ross versus Mr. Rogers.
Oh,
I would like to
especially-
say Mr. Rogers will whoop his ass.
he might, yeah.
I mean, especially now that they be zombies.
Sweater vest and all.
Ooh, zombie fight.
Damn. Like chain them up and just hang like a leg there
yeah.
and see which one can get to it first.
Hell yeah.
I think we're onto something, boys.
All right. Walking Dead, fire your writers. And not just because we came up with this idea. They're doing a fucking awful job in general. A terrible job. I gave up.
Did you?
I gave up. I couldn't. I didn't even make it to see the person I've been praying would die since the get-go die. Carl.
He dies?
Apparently, they
Yes!
finally killed him.
Yeah, I gave up a long time ago, too.
I'm still not going to start watching again.
I have to see it through.
Yeah.
And you know honestly what I want to happen? Everyone die, zombies win.
Right? I didn't truly give up. I just gave up on the week-to-week basis. I have a bunch of them recorded on my DVR, so one day when there's nothing to do, I'm just going to binge watch them.
Mm-hmm.
But I gave up on that whole week-to-week thing.
I just have a hard on for Negan.
Now, did you read the comics at all?
I didn't read the comics until I started watching the show, and I haven't read them through.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually, why I got into it, because I thought the art was cool in it.
Yeah.
And the comics and the show are just different worlds.
Right. I mean, the comics is kind of like almost a Frank Miller approach a little bit more.
Yeah.
I just feel like they wussed Negan out in the show. I mean, I get probably part is because they can't have him do some of the stuff he does on TV.
Well,
This isn't HBO.
Same for the governor. He did some terrible things in the comics that I guess you can't really show.
Right. I'm all cool with the slow burn, but they've almost perfected that shit. Like, we're going to take a whole season for one thing to happen.
The people who perfected that art, yes, Walking Dead is up in the upper echelon of that, but the people who perfected it are the directors of Curse of The Oak Island. Do you watch that show?
Yeah.
Yeah. They have,
I try not to.
yeah, they've perfected the shit out of that.
That's why I stopped watching it.
Exactly.
Because you're never going to find shit.
Yeah. They found one thing, and I think it took them 3 seasons to find it. But there's always going to be guarantees on an episode. You're going to find something, and they're going to say, that's interesting, we should get that tested, and what do you make of that? Those are the 3 high points of every episode of The Curse of Oak Island.
While you guys were just talking, I realized I had paint in my beard.
A true artist. A true artist.
You assholes didn't tell me I had it?
Welcome to the Nick and Dan Show.
Do you notice you have 7 inches of paint right here?
Nope. Never saw. I wear glasses. I can't see that far away.
I got shot with lasers. I can see well.
One day I'll get shot with lasers.
Yeah.
Probably about the time they get the at-home kit. That's when I'll do it. And I'll just completely ruin my vision.
So you're going to let me shoot or me do it?
Neither one. I'm just going to do it by myself in the bathroom and then walk out like Ray Charles.
Bobbing back and forth.
Yep.
This would be a better musician, then.
Exactly. That's what I'm shooting for. Fuck the vision. I want the musicianship.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Who needs to? You don't need to see. I'll just make sure to pay more attention when I'm whirling around in circles.
There you go. And then I'll just have to sign the van over to you because I can't drive it.
Or you could.
Or I
you
could.
I'll be your eyes, Dan.
Nice. So what you're saying is that I could legally drink the redneck mimosa and drive the van at the same time. Because I'm blind. Fuck it. Who's going to arrest a blind guy?
Right, and I'll be guiding you.
I like it.
Although, to be fair, I'll probably be drunk, too.
Well, you have to be to tell them what to do.
Exactly. Because how am I going to interpret your directions if you're not in the same mindset that I'm in?
Turn left.
Going
No,
right.
Oh, the right, left.
Who the hell you how to drive? Can't you see anything?
No! Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. I don't want to hurt your feelings. I'm sorry.
The fuck you turn left. Brakes! Brakes!
Yep.
Oh. So we're going after the blind community now.
You pissed off everybody else.
I have. So to bring you up to speed, so far, for this season, we're going from me pissing off Nicaragua,
The entire country.
the entire country, the entire deaf community, fans of some terrible band,
Sneezing.
sneezing. I think we're going to piss off Ethiopians and probably at least one local band at some point.
It's all you, buddy. I don't edit.
What was the shit band?
I can't. Maybe Nickelback. Maybe something else.
No, I think it was, you called out Geddy Lee again in Dancing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And Danzig.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Van Halen, I think you called out. Maybe.
No, I don't call out Van Halen. I just don't like David Lee Roth. I was never a big Van Halen fan.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's acceptable.
I mean, there are a few songs from Roth that in Talking About Love, I can deal with.
I get it. They're really good. I don't care.
And
I'm over it.
I feel like when they had Sammy Hagar, so they were Van Hagar.
Yeah.
I at least liked a few more of their songs, but it was pretty much Sammy Hagar's music at that point.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's me and Bon Jovi. Oh my god. I can't stand it.
My wife loves Bon Jovi.
Oh god.
Which means I get to love Bon Jovi. And there are a couple of tunes of his that were awful, like Slippery and Wet. I like Raise Your Hands.
Nick and Dan will be back after these ads.
On WNY Radio, in association with FTFP Events, brings you WNY's Music Scene Showcase Volume 4, Saturday, June 23rd in Sugar City, 1239 Niagara Street, Buffalo, New York. 6 p.m. doors with a $5 cover, all ages, featuring some of Western New York's top acts, like Hojack. Element 36.
It's a cold back. All the evacuate the building.
Wyatt Wyatt Coin.
I was half drunk, staring at my crossed eyes in the mirror, thinking back on the old
Yellow Sauce.
Space Wizard took the yellow
And Exham Priory.
we say, goddamn!
Come be part of the fun and bring everyone to the All Ages Show Saturday, June 23rd in Sugar City, 6 p.m. door time. See you there.
If you want to have more of the Nick and Dan Show weekly, be sure to check them out on YouTube at Exham Priory. EXHAM PRIORY. Tuesdays every week. Yeah, the bros are back, so pay attention.
But
Least favorite songs, Who Let the Dogs Out, and Dead or Alive.
yeah, if I could go the rest of my life without hearing either of those again, I'll be happy.
Know what the thing is, though? My wife and I play this game where we'll play random songs that we think the other person will know the artist.
Okay.
And you only get 2 chances before the other person. So you play another song, and the other person, if they don't get it, I get the point.
Nice.
So we do this at night while we're,
I have a similar game with my wife. It's we're driving in the truck and she'll turn the radio up because she likes a song, and I say, "Oh, you like this song?" And she goes, "Yeah," and then I change the station.
But I messed up really bad on one, and I don't even want to say this, but so we're listening to a song, and I'm like, man, this singer, holy shit, he's awesome. He's almost like Axl Rose, but not as good. But that's saying a lot because Axl Rose can sing his ass off.
Mm.
And I'm like, I give up. Who the fuck is this? It's Bon Jovi, always. And I'm like, I don't want to play anymore.
I don't want to do it.
At least you put him below Axel.
Well, Jesus. I'm like, now I know what? Okay, that's one song I like.
Alright. We've all got that one.
There's that one.
Going back to Nickelback, if everyone hates Nickelback, how come they sold the most albums for that 10-year span?
That's what I'm saying.
How come they sold the most albums? How come? It's maybe time you look at that fucking photograph.
Right?
There's the Nickelback. I really liked the first album with Leader of Men. What was that? The State?
I think so.
I really liked that album. I caught them live on that tour, and they were really good. When that second album, Silver Side Up, came out, I fucking hated it. I'm like, I liked the direction they had for the first album. It was a little more alt rock. It still had that 90s feel. But when they came out with that one, it was so, I don't know.
They took the pop way of making music.
Mm-hmm.
What's going to sell?
Yeah.
And they used a formula instead of,
Right.
something from there.
Right.
Exactly.
So, and people that listen to music can tell that.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Which,
bullshit.
I mean, I'll give them both sides of the coin, because even our mutual friend Pat Donovan out in Cali, the whole point of the reason why we got into music is to kind of sell out, because you want to get your music out there, but at the same time, I want to make the money, but I want to do what I want to do. So that's why you got to try and walk that fine line.
It's very rare that you get the opportunity to do both, because it's very rare what you want is what everyone wants.
Exactly.
Yeah. Not all of us can be Metallica, where we can reach a point financially where we go, we're just going to do what we want, and people are still into it.
But then again, that
Saint
was...
Anger.
Yeah.
Lulu with Lou Reed. Oh. You really want to listen to a shit show? Lulu with Lou Reed and Metallica. It sounds like Lou Reed got his hands on just them noodling around at practice and spliced it all together and wrote lyrics over them that don't really go along with the noodling. Like, there's points where it's just Lars going, ba-da-da-da-da, ba, ba, ba-da-da-da-da, ba, ba. Oh, it's rough. It was rough. When I first heard it, I thought it was garbage. But then I'm like, no, what? Maybe I'll give it a second listen. Maybe
Still garbage?
Yeah, maybe I was just being a dick about it because it was different from what they do. Nope, still garbage.
You know what's crazy about Lars? How much the metal community hates him.
They hate him.
What the? All right, I get it. He's not anything.
He's
extremely
not a technical drummer.
But Jesus Christ, he was the one that started Metallica.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are saying that Metallica isn't one of the top metal bands ever, you're just looking for a hug.
Oh yeah.
Because holy shit, when people went off about Enter Sandman and all the other shit, piss off. Come on.
Right.
Come on.
I mean, they're huge.
Are you going? Are you
Yeah,
guys
I'm going.
You're paying that money?
No.
My wife paid that money. I was not thrilled when I found out the ticket price is the 300 level that we got.
For what, 150? 140?
Yep.
For
150.
300 level.
For 300.
I'm disgusted. And I actually said the other night at practice, I'm like, guys, at no point ever, if we ever get that big, will we charge that much money for a fucking ticket. Absolutely not.
Look at Garth Brooks.
Yeah.
Garth Brooks, he's one of the biggest artists, period, ever in history.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, period.
And
a phenomenal showman.
I
went and saw him. He was awesome.
Yeah.
He wrote an entire album under a pseudonym for a movie. And it sold more albums that year than most of the other popular artists that were going.
I had it.
For the era, it wasn't. It was just like that alt-pop kind of approach with a little bit of a rock blues influence.
Yeah, right.
It wasn't awful.
And it built a whole, not even did it under a pseudonym, built an entire alter ego around it.
Yeah.
But Garth Brooks, as big as he was, he didn't make people spend that kind of money.
Yeah. He said, you know what, there's a draw for it, we're going to do more than one show.
And know what else he probably did? Ruin country music. He probably did, because it became more of a show.
Yeah.
Which is more of a pop thing.
Yeah.
So people started imitating that because it's fucking Garth Brooks, and everyone wants to be that big guy.
Right.
Now you got today where they're rapping to a pop beat.
No, it's painful.
And I'm a country fan. I grew up country. My favorite artist of all time is Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
And right behind that is Elvis. And I grew up like that. Nothing tells a story anymore.
No.
And any kind of country song, I can write down all the words, and 7 of those words are going to be in every song.
Oh yeah.
Pickup truck, beer,
Tractor.
It's going to be in there. Redneck, dirt road, whatever.
So actually, we had this conversation before. Country music now has turned into white guys rapping with cowboy hats. It's the only thing.
And the sampled banjo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that keeps it country anymore. Are those key phrases and a cowboy hat.
Well, do you guys listen to country at all?
I do.
I do occasionally. There's some that I do like, but what were you saying? Like 2003 forward, it gets real.
That's the thing. Like, I won't listen to YRK anymore on the radio just because I can't do it.
I can't deal with it.
But I do own country albums, and I'm like, there's a couple that have gone beyond 2003 that I'll still listen to, but pretty much 2003 was the end of country music as we knew it.
I listen to, I wouldn't say it's underground country, but it's uprising, and people are trying to get back to the roots. I don't know if you know these people. One guy's huge. He's winning all of the awards. Chris Stapleton.
Yeah,
I've heard the name.
Oh my God, that guy, genius.
Mm-hmm.
One guy I'm really into that I would suggest listening to because it's not just country, it's jazz, it's blues, it's everything. Sturgill Simpson.
I've heard of him too.
He is insane. What an artist. He wasn't invited to the CMT or country whatever it is. Awards. He wasn't invited, even though he was album of the year before.
No shit.
And no one knew who he was, and they didn't even televise it. And so he ended up going there, outside the building, where all the big stars were going in, and just played for free.
Nice.
Well, people walked by, and he took pictures with
That's
them
how you
and
got to
signed
do it.
off. And
that's
right.
That's the main reason why, like, just the rebel that was in country. That's why I'm gravitated towards artists like Hank 3.
Oh,
who's
Jesus.
just, not only is he a country artist, he's a metalhead too.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Or the Native Howl even.
Yeah, the Native Howl.
Have you heard of them?
Yes.
Yeah.
I caught like a video on it was one of those things where I was watching a video on Facebook and then it scrolled to the next thing after the video was over and it was a music video for them. I'm sitting there, I'm like, what the fuck is this? I need to know more, so I ended up grabbing like it was like a $5 EP
Yeah.
on iTunes,
Yep.
The Native Howl, and it had that song and a couple others, and it just reminded me of old school country.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, those are those guys that are keeping the rebel alive, keeping the old school country music vibe alive.
Mm.
And then even a guy like Wheeler Walker,
Hell yeah.
who started off as just I'm going to make this comedy album in a
It's
country
hilarious.
store.
Puss in Boots.
Oh yeah, you know, it's hilarious, but at the same time, that was the top-selling record in Nashville, and Nashville hated it.
Hell yeah.
You know, and they was just like, "Fuck it, I'm going to do me. This is how country should sound
Yeah.
musically."
Know who
You
else
know.
Nashville hated? Willie Nelson.
Yeah, Nashville.
Yeah.
couldn't stand
And he went back to Texas with middle fingers in the air, grew
Yep.
his hair out because he was clean cut
Yep.
and pretty and doing
Yep.
what they said, and he went and grew his hair and did his own thing.
It was the same thing. Hank 3 did the same thing, because I have everything that guy's ever written. And his first 3 albums, well, he was under his record label, were, you know, clean cut, old school country. The next one maybe had a curse word in it. Next one, okay, he's in the album cover with a tattoo. And then after that, I think
Satan and
yeah, you know, after that he was like, all right, fuck it. He went down and spent the year with Jesco White and his family. Kind of fucked up.
Or like look at even like guys that try to break the mold. Like look at Big and Rich.
Yeah.
When they first came out with their first album, A Horse of a Different Color, and they blew the whole fucking thing off of everything. They wanted to do rock. They wanted to have hip hop out. They were like,
and made
you know,
it weird.
well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, make it weird. Have like traditional country songs, and they just broke the fucking mold. How much pushback they got from the record labels and the industry saying, no, you really can't do this. In fact, the first line on their record is, country boy can't rock and roll. At least that's what the record labels told me so.
Yeah.
Well, do you know they gave a shout out to Buffalo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They say Chippewa's where we go when we're down in Buffalo.
Yep.
You know those Yankees drinking up the ground. Do you know the story behind it?
Yeah, they were here. They played a show here, and they went out that night to Chippewa and got fucking
Well,
hammered.
they show up to the place and it's just kind of happening, but someone recognizes them and they said that the line was out the door.
Oh, yeah.
People throwing money, shots, whiskey. They said they barely survived it.
And they like to party, too.
Oh, yeah.
They like to party.
I don't know if anyone really ever could compete with Buffalo.
Probably not.
I mean,
We're a heavy drinking area. And Western New York is in general.
Yeah.
We're a heavy drinking area. We always have been. But you're going to find that in any formerly industrial area where
Pretty much.
the industries have gone under.
Pittsburgh and Cleveland.
Yep.
Not to get throw
Detroit.
it back in the topic, but there was a Facebook post I seen recently that said, you know, now with self-driving cars coming along and everything like that, there's actually going to be a country song written about how your truck left you too.
I think I saw. Yeah, that was good.
That's
that was
awesome.
really good.
I hope there is.
Me too. I hope it revives the country.
Yeah,
I know,
yeah.
you know.
All right, so since we're on the topic of music, favorite albums. You had to pick, I don't know, 2 or 3 that would be up there in the upper range for you.
Mine TV.
What we got?
Johnny Cash, Live in Folsom.
Okay. Gotta play a fucking classic right
Oh
there.
my God. I love Johnny Cash. I'm surprised I don't have them printed on my body. In fact, that will happen soon.
I'm going to be right there with you. I'm like 100 pounds away from that. Because I'm a big fat man. Let's keep it real. So I got my arms, my legs, maybe a back if I'm comfortable with the tattoo artist. You're like, all right, if you want a beach whale on your fucking chair, how much can that hold? You know.
You're gonna need a few more razors than that to clear off this.
Hey,
this
I
slate.
got a back blade.
You should get that as a tattoo.
What's that?
A beach whale.
right here.
Yeah. That's awesome.
It'd be like, I forget his name, but he's one of the guitarists from Lamb of God when they were on tour of that video they released with one of their albums. He's in the bus getting a 3-piece willy. It's a plate of a 3-piece chicken with the sides and got a tattoo for it.
That's awesome.
Oh,
favorite
man.
albums. And what about you guys?
Sure, just throw it right back at us.
I mean, I already said something.
I mean, up there's got to be Iron Maiden's Seventh Son of the Seventh Son. That's like one of my favorites they ever put out. I know we were even talking the other day about favorite vocalist. Bruce Dickinson's right up there for me is just one of the best frontman. I love his voice.
Just a badass.
Right. He's a fucking commercial air pilot.
my
What
God.
the fuck? God damn, he flies their fucking jet everywhere.
He's just a badass.
So, I mean, Seventh Son of the Seventh Son has got to be up there. Metallica, Master of Puppets.
Okay.
I know it's going on the tradition, like, oh, you know, it's the earlier album, that's why you pick. That has nothing to do with it. I liked Load and Reload.
Yeah.
I did. I liked Garage Inc. Yeah, it was a lot of rehashing of old stuff, but it was also introducing that older stuff to the younger crowd.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Master of Puppets just, I mean, from the start, the opening of Battery with that kind of classical guitar sound, then just, it's one of the best to me.
You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, and if I was going to take 5 albums to a deserted island and that's all I have,
Right.
Folsom Prison, and maybe another one would, I can't get enough the album. I was listening to it on the way here. Vulgar Display of Power.
Pantera.
Yep.
I get it. Metallica's the shit. But I prefer Pantera. I mean, if you can't lose your goddamn mind listening to that
Oh,
stuff,
yeah.
oh my God, everything they say, you should be able to lift up buildings afterwards.
Mhm.
It's just awesome.
Absolutely.
Awesome. And those guys are absolutely out of their minds. Oh my
Yes.
God.
Yes, they were. You know, I think my last one would be Tony Iommi from Black Sabbath, his first solo album, simply titled Iommi.
Mm-hmm.
You've got, like, every track is a different vocalist. You've got Dave Grohl, you've got Pete Steele, you've got Phil Anselmo, Ozzy, Billy Idol, Ian Astbury from The Cult, which is another great fucking singer right there from The Cult. Holy shit. Those are probably my tops right there, you know, because that's just a great album from start to finish. You can listen to every track, and it gives you something a little bit different. I mean, you even get Billy Corgan at one point,
Yeah.
which some people don't like Corgan.
No, I do.
I liked Smashing
You know
Pumpkins.
what? I wasn't a huge fan when I should have been, but became a bigger fan afterwards. So when I was younger, I kind of thought the body sounded like a pussy. And now I'm like, no, he sounds amazing.
Mhm.
I mean, no one has that voice. It's just, I am a fan. I wouldn't put it up there, but I am a fan.
Right. You know what? I'm the same. I didn't really get into them at first. First thing that got me into them was their single "Ava Adore."
Okay.
That song just kind of like,
Yep.
that's fucking good.
Yep.
I know I've heard other stuff. I gotta look into this a
But the
little bit
rest
more.
of that album's hit and miss. There's a few gems on there, but
Right.
for the most part, that album's kind of hit and miss. If that was what you were looking for.
But that's what grabbed me initially, and
Yeah.
like, so okay, actually pay attention to this band a little bit more. So
Yeah.
I went back, I got their earlier albums, like, this is good. I like this.
Zero.
Zero.
Oh,
Full
yeah.
with butterfly
Yeah.
wings.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
same kind of thing. But if you
when
look,
Tonight,
yeah,
I was like, oh.
yeah,
And then, what's the,
1979.
Yeah, I was like,
that was the thing. Like, if you came in on just the basis of like Ava Adore, which is kind of even a little weird when you kind of compare it to like Zero and Bullet with Butterfly Wings, you were disappointed in the Pumpkins. But if
Yeah.
you went in there with kind of like an open mind, it's like, all right, well, this guy's just fucking nuts. So
Yeah.
let's go
Yeah,
on a ride.
I loved
with him.
it.
and
You
then
know.
they came up with Swan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
And then he did that. Wasn't it him that did that New Radicals thing for a while?
I don't know.
I think it was Corgan.
Was it?
I think it
I
was.
don't remember.
I just remember the video of like him in a mall with one of them bucket hats when they were big.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I think that was him.
How about you, Buggy?
What are we're doing? Top 3?
Just top
just
couple albums.
Top
Some
couple
of those
albums. I'm gonna have to throw a Garth Brooks record in there.
Okay, which one?
I'm
Double Live.
not. I was thinking Double Live, but
Yeah.
I might go Scarecrow.
Oh, okay.
You know, but Double Live does give you more of that, the era of Garth Brooks. So
Yeah.
I think if I had to bring one album in, it would be that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would
That's
definitely be
a really
Double
good
Live. I'd probably have to throw in the Rebel album, which has got Vinnie Paul and Dimebag from Pantera, but it's got David Allan Coe on vocals.
Oh,
Okay.
David Allan Coe,
Yeah.
man.
So I'd probably have to throw that record in. So I do get my Pantera fix, but it's not quite the Pantera fix that I would need. So I'm going to have to throw in Cowboys from Hell.
Okay.
Oh, man.
And then,
You don't like the hair metal?
what's that?
You don't like the...
Oh, the early stuff. I
do,
got
but-
all those actually.
Do you?
Yep, I got all of them.
I do, but there's just something about that song, Cowboys from Hell, man.
Oh yeah.
If you want them, I'll put them on discs for you.
No, thanks.
Oh.
No, Vulgar Display Power is a killer fucking album, but you're a little older than I am, you know, so I come in with that Cowboys from Hell era,
Yeah.
which is where it's at for me. And then I'd probably have to throw a couple Hank 3 CDs in there too, which would probably be Rebel Within, because that's when he first started branching off from his record label.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'd throw probably Hellbilly Joker in there, which is more of his metal kind of thing like that.
Right.
And I'd probably say anything from Bella Fleck and the Flecktones,
Oh.
which is more of like a bluegrassy
Right.
kind of.
No, that's cool. You know, I can even throw in like Hendrix, Are You Experienced?
Ooh.
Great album. Or even going, I wouldn't call them obscure. Enough people know about, but Acid Bath.
Yeah.
When
the Kite
not
String
when
Pops?
not when the Kite String Pops. It was a good album, but I didn't like it as much as the first one, Anti-Pagan Terrorism Tactics.
Yes.
It was a great album because it was kind of like a psychedelic sludge metal. If we're gonna try and find like those,
A genre.
yeah, those crazy stuff. It was like a psychedelic metal pretty much because he did a lot of crazy stuff with the vocals. It was a lot of poetry and it was out there. And that's another album like I can remember sitting with my buddy Kyle in his room just throwing it on, maybe imbibing a couple of puffs here and there and just kicking back and going, yeah. With those first notes of it, ba-da, 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 da-da, you're like, your head just started bobbing and
That
it
was a
doesn't
stellar
fucking
album.
stop until the end.
Now for another quick ad break. Whether you're looking for a cold drink or just a place to hang out, make sure to come down to the River Pub, 6004 Buffalo Avenue, Niagara Falls, New York. Open 7 days a week. Come on down to the River Pub and have a cold one. Hang out on the patio out back, or stick around because there's something going almost every evening. And is the pub not quite enough? Are you also looking for some grub? Stop right next door at Submariners.
Where we pride ourselves with amazing quality products with generous portions.
See you down at the River Pub or Submariners, 6004 Buffalo Avenue, Niagara Falls, New York. Check them out online for more details.
And now we're back with more stuff.
Sludge metal. The genres of metal. Only the metal community. I think they're the snobbiest of.
Dude, they really are.
They are.
Because they have to put a name. I heard someone one time say swamp metal.
Yep.
And I'm like, what the, is that like
What?
Freedom's Clearwater and Metallica? What is that?
Yeah.
Right, what is swamp metal?
I think it's like sludge metal, but
Swampy?
swampier. Yeah.
Singing about gators instead of fucking stabbings and deaths.
Yeah, you could do that. Or you could say it's sludge metal through a Leslie speaker, which gives you that little watery kind of...
I guess.
You know,
These are all technical terms.
Yeah, I'm just fucking around right now. But
But you're right, like, for the metal community is really the only one that has all these crazy, like, in-depth subgenres where you're looking at, like, 3 or 4 adjectives before you get to the word metal.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. They'll be playing, you'll hear, and someone will go, that's not metal.
right.
That's not metal.
Yeah.
Well, it's like straightforward rock. We've got alternative rock, hard rock, classic rock. And maybe like,
Nickelback.
yeah,
Pop rock.
Yeah,
pop
right.
rock. We've got like a couple of subgenres, but, blues. It's it's blues for them. I mean, I guess you can go like there's Delta blues,
Yeah,
There's definitely a distinct correlation between, or distinction between, like, just your general blues and, like, the Delta blues.
right. So okay, we've got a few subgenres there. Pop is
Pop.
pop. They
Pop
really
is
don't
pop.
have much for subgenre unless
No.
you want to go boy band, girl band.
Ooh, I have a good question.
What we got?
Current modern pop artists. Is there any that you dig? Because I will straight up say there are a few that I think are very talented.
I gotta think now. The one that comes to mind, just right off the bat, is Bruno Mars.
Oh,
Yeah.
Man, he is just amazing.
He's on
really
fire, first of all, and the full band thing.
Yeah.
You gotta respect that.
Yeah.
He has a very Michael Jackson thing about him.
I said that when I seen him when he did that halftime performance.
Oh, my
I looked at
God.
my wife. I was like, he's like Jackson wasn't dead yet, but I was like, he is the reincarnation of what Jackson was in his heyday.
Right.
You know?
Well, you got to respect at least Justin Timberlake.
Oh yeah,
For sure. On
I
all
like him as a
fronts.
person too. you
Right,
know?
I think on all fronts. One, I've heard he's a nice guy. Two, he's a great producer. I really do like his lyrics when it's not, like when he actually goes into a, like, fully built out, not like, I'm bringing sexy back. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
that's kind of lame, but
Have you heard his song Mirrors? Or Mirror?
yeah.
I'm like, oh, I don't want to cry right now, but
Really good lyricist. He can sing. He's actually not that bad of an actor either.
No.
I've seen him in a couple of roles, and he's good.
Yeah.
no, he's a
You know?
threat. Quadruple threat.
Yeah,
Right.
but yeah, you gotta respect him, even if you don't like him. It's not music a style I gravitate to, but even I've gotta give, like, when people bitched about his halftime show, and for the Super Bowl, I was entertained.
I was too.
You know, yeah, did he not sing a whole lot? No, but that's that style, though. He's more about the performance than, you could tell that it wasn't lip syncing, because you could tell when he actually sang.
And, if I ever did a third of those dance moves, I would be paralyzed. for
Right.
life.
Yep.
And speaking about halftime shows too, with even a modern artist, I was never a fan of Lady Gaga
Oh my God!
until I saw that halftime show.
My wife got me into her,
Yeah.
actually. I've been very impressed with her ever since.
Yeah, that's
So-
the thing. Like, it was like, okay, fine, Lady Gaga, she's got whatever. Like, all the young girls are clamoring about her. Okay, fine. She shows up to the music awards in a meat dress or whatever the fuck. I thought it was all like an attention grab. And then I seen that halftime performance, and I started getting a little bit in. They had a documentary on her on Netflix. And I gotta say, I'm not a true fan. I won't go out of my way to buy her music, but I respect what she's doing.
She's one of them for
Yeah.
me, actually.
Yeah.
My brother works at the arena, and so he sees, almost all those concerts for
Yeah.
free. And he said, out of all the concerts, there was 2 concerts that he thought were above and beyond.
Mhm.
And he said number 1 was the Foo Fighters. He said they just absolutely rocked the place. He thought the place was going to fall over.
No shit.
And then they went off the stage, and then they came back. And Dave Grohl, they had a camera show, and Dave Grohl goes, they're like, one more song? And he goes like this, and the crowd goes nuts. He goes like this, they go nuts. He goes like this, and the crowd goes really nuts. He goes, and he said the second best concert he's ever seen was Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Lady Gaga? He goes, you don't understand.
Right.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Lady Gaga. In fact, she's on my probably top 3 to-do list, too.
Giggity. Hey-oh.
I'll give you that one.
Her, and Betty White.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'd still bang Betty White.
And David Gerard. Or, Gerard Butler. Not David. Gerard Butler.
No, I mean, going back to the whole Lady Gaga thing, it's the thing. Like, I couldn't listen to her in the car on my way to work. You know, that would have to be where I'd have to be enveloped in the experience. I'd have to go to a show or see a live show, like on the halftime performance.
Right.
It just because I don't know the music that well, it wouldn't be something. It'd be catchy, like in the background, but it wasn't one of those things like Vulgar Display of Power where I'd be slapping the steering wheel.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
People would be looking at me next to me like I'm fucking crazy.
There's 2 others. One is Adele.
She's phenomenal.
Oh, my God.
I just can't get into her.
But you gotta, man, can she sing?
I will give respect where respect, but I just can't get into her.
Yeah.
And
I've tried.
it's not. Yeah, I like her music. No, I do like her music. I like her. And the other guy, it's not that I would ever buy the music, but man, his voice is insane. Sam Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Holy-
Now, which one is he?
He's British. He's gay. He's what the hell's?
No. I've heard of a couple of his songs, but I know who you're talking about, but
Yeah.
I don't know his backstory.
One of the songs that I'm really thinking about is "Lay Me Down," and it's the saddest freaking song you'll ever hear, and you're just like, oh my god. But check him out.
All
But
right.
at least for vocals, the guy can sing his ass off.
All right.
And then she's not current anymore because she's dead, but Amy Winehouse. You know,
no.
I respect her.
No.
I don't understand it.
I didn't get it either.
No?
I didn't get it at all. I didn't get
It
it.
may just be, I'm into that whole kind of pin-up rockabilly kind of look, which she had to a point. But then again, it was that kind of mixed in with that jazz style.
So you're
singing.
with me. You're with me on this then,
Yeah.
Carl, right? I just
Can't do
couldn't.
it?
I couldn't get it at all.
Yeah.
I didn't see the talent. I didn't understand what the big deal was.
But even they wanted to put her in the 27 club, where
Mm.
all the 27-year-olds that have died there are big, like
Oh.
Cobain and
Yeah.
Hendrix, no,
Yeah,
absolutely
I'm like,
not.
No, it's like I'm not going to fall head over heels for her, like with Adele's talent, but she was kind of up there in her own right.
But also, all those dudes were horribly impactful, where they changed the direction of their
yeah,
genre
she
of
did not do
music.
that. I'll give
Yeah,
her that.
she did not do that whatsoever. While I mean, Cobain redefined almost what it was to play punk.
Yeah.
Where they changed the fucking, because grunge was West Coast punk for all intents and purposes. And with the way he came out with it, they changed the fucking name of the genre.
Yeah.
From punk, because they were being called punk early on, they changed it to grunge.
Yeah.
That's a huge impact.
Oh yeah.
Hendrix. You never saw anybody play a fucking guitar behind their head or or destroy their instrument on stage or do
That was the start of metal.
anything that he did until he did it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, yeah, that's the 27 Club. That's why they got that big where the candle just burned out
I never
that
even knew that was
quickly.
a thing, the 27 Club.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the curse of 27. That's why I sound like when I turned
Was it
20
Morrison 27 too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Morrison was 27,
The
and that was
fact
the
that they
thing.
have
When,
that much success, and I'm sitting here at 32,
What?
trying to break into the music industry. It's like, God damn it!
why do you think I didn't start trying to do flashy solos until after I was 27?
You know?
I'm like, all right, I'm gonna be shitty as fuck until 27, and then I'm gonna try and get good at what I'm doing because I don't want to die that early.
Yeah. It's just like I couldn't even imagine that, and even because you're a football fan too.
Oh yeah.
You know, watching
Big
these
time.
guys that are great football players, they're like, oh yeah, he's 22. Be like, fuck me, man.
Yeah.
Like it hurts
You're
to
going-
get out of bed in the morning,
Yeah.
and these guys are going out there playing fucking football.
The funny part now, I'm 34,
Yeah.
is watching these 22, 23, 24-year-olds play professional sports, and you are so invested in rooting them on, and they're kids.
Yeah,
They're kids. You're rooting on kids.
Exactly.
It's so weird.
And
to
then
actually
the
think
media
about.
gets all spun out because, okay, well, this 22-year-old superstar took a hooker home. He's fucking 22.
He's 22.
He's making
And
the
has-
most money he's ever even thought about in his
Yeah.
life.
And will
right
probably
now.
ever make.
Yeah, and he's 22. Let the kid be a fucking kid for a minute,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and then slowly start to slap responsibility on him.
Yeah.
Be like, all right, you shouldn't have taken that hooker home. Did you at least wear a condom? Okay, you're thinking. Just next time you do it, walk out the back door. Don't walk out the front door with your hooker.
Be
While
an
screaming
adult.
out.
Exactly.
While screaming, I got a hooker, guys!
You know? Just show a little bit of class, that's all. But yeah, that's why I get so
Right.
pissed off at the media with trying to blow these kids out of proportion for doing shit that kids do.
Yeah.
The fucking kid's 22, 23 years old. He just learned how to drive 5 years ago. Yeah, he's going to fly down the highway because he bought a Lamborghini.
And yet, when it's someone from the Buffalo Bills, you're like, you idiot!
Exactly.
Son of a bitch!
We don't have a hard enough time without you fucking it up.
Cut him! Ruin his life!
Right.
Our fans are doing enough for our image. You don't need to help.
I want
Stop
him
it.
dead. I want his family dead.
Stop setting a bad example. Our fans are lighting things on fire in the parking lot because of you.
They're giving
people.
blowjobs in the stands because you don't know how to play football.
You son of a bitch!
You're not keeping them entertained enough.
What did they expect? Our team has sucked for this millennium.
Well, that's the thing. Why people are like, well, why do they get so drunk at games? Because we kind of have to in order to make it fun for us. Because
That's
we know, even if we win a game or 5 games, we all kind of know where it's going.
Yeah.
Bills
Yeah.
games have been attributed to like the adult house parties now.
Yeah.
You know, like if you walk into somebody's house and it's a bunch of 34-year-olds getting shit faced, The cops knock on the door. They're gonna be like, "All right, guys, stop. You got kids. You got to go home.
Yeah.
You know, knock this shit off. You
Which
got
one
work
of
in the
you-
morning."
Which one of you is driving?
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah.
going to be you. You're driving.
Right? We called Ubers for everybody, but then you can go to a Bill's tailgate party and feel like you're 16 at a house party again. Wow!
Right. Who's got the table?
Yeah.
The rest of the nation probably thinks they are the coolest fans.
Oh yeah,
And then they come to Buffalo, and they start thinking, I'm kind of scared.
yeah, exactly.
I'm kind of scared. These guys are, I mean, look at Philly, okay?
Yeah.
Philly's fans are absolutely outrageous.
hmm
If they came to Buffalo, I don't know what
Dude,
would
we
happen.
played a
I
show
don't know
New
what would
Year's
happen.
Eve when the Bills got into the playoffs. We were playing a show at Stamps in Tonawanda, and we didn't think we were going to make it out of the bar. They just got to the playoffs. That was it.
And they lost. There
Oh,
were
my
people
God.
in the bar. Oh, we're gone! We're gone, player! Gonna be a Super Bowl, boys!
Yeah.
Like, just barely coherent whatsoever, losing their mind.
Me and my buddy were watching at my house.
Mhm.
We both jumped up. I mean, tables went flying, and
Yep.
we hugged like he said yes to my proposal.
But that's the thing. Like, you're exactly right. Fans around the area, or around the country, will be like, "Those are the greatest diehard fans in the world." And then they'll come to Buffalo. They'll hit the city limits, and they'll be like, "Well, this is kind of a shitty fucking city." And then they'll meet us and be like, "Well, we have to be crazy because look what we got to deal with."
These people are lunatics. Keep a hand on your wallet.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it'd be like us trying to go like to the heart of New York City.
Don't make eye contact.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, remember when the Sabres were real good in '06?
Yeah.
So I was out at a bar, Cobblestone something, near right the arena, and
Mm-hmm.
it was a nice night, which is rare. Around
Yeah,
here.
right.
And so it was a nice night, and we were outside, and we're all outside, and watching these huge TVs, and we won in overtime, like we always did.
Yeah.
You can hear the rumbling of the arena,
Right.
the people exiting, and I mean, it was a stampede.
Oh, yeah.
It was people taking over the streets. I was high-fiving people. I saw random people just kissing each other.
Oh, yeah.
And then a naked guy goes running by me. And I'm just like, this is Buffalo, man.
That's the thing. Like, I'm not a diehard sports fan. I do follow the teams because they're my home teams, and I do like sports to a certain degree. But I'm not one of those guys where you're gonna be like, well, what's the left defensive tackle's name? I don't fucking know. He's that guy, you know. But I have a bug out bag specifically for when, if it ever happens, the Sabres make the playoffs or the Sabres make the Cup, and the Bills get the Super Bowl in the same year. The city is destroyed. So I'm leaving the fucking city.
Oh, yeah.
It will fall to shit.
Yeah.
It'll all fall to ruin, smoke and ash.
I actually think we should build a city to destroy.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I bet you if you presented this during a tailgating party, most of Buffalo will go for it. Even guys, this is the year.
Yeah.
Let's all take our savings and build a city so we can destroy it when they win the Super Bowl.
Either that or just get like some of the vacant buildings in Buffalo that aren't being used. Be like, all right, if you want to destroy something, here,
You're right there.
1900 Seneca Street, go right here.
Go get it.
Yeah, exactly. Here's your bats. Here's your fire sticks. You know, whatever you want to do.
Sledgehammer
have
for
it.
you. You look sober enough. Sledgehammer for you.
Right?
I've been saying for a while, there's sections of downtown Niagara Falls that just needs to be leveled and redone.
Oh, yeah.
So, send the Bills Mafia.
Exactly. You know, you want to level something, you can level from this block to this
Gone.
block. Everything
Yeah.
else is off limits.
Take it out.
Gone.
It'd be like one of them fucking rage rooms.
There we go. Ooh,
I had that idea so long ago.
A rage room?
Yeah.
I wish my company would put one in.
Like,
Me too.
like, if we can make some, like, fake guitars or something and just, that don't cost as much money, and you
Right.
just use the guitar, or you choose your weapon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh, man. But the liability has to...
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it'd
insurance,
be
oh my
crazy.
God. I would hurt myself.
Yeah,
oh
me
yeah,
too.
guaranteed.
Would be totally worth it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Getting back to the artwork, Kyle.
Oh, we're talking about that.
Biggest interlude ever. We're
Right.
like, art, off, and then that.
I gotta go.
Didn't you walk away from it for a little while and then slowly came back into it?
Yes. And it goes back to the college thing. The teacher that pissed me off.
Yeah.
Mm.
And, man, did I tell her off in front of the whole class. Telling her, because she was like 25, 26 years old, and she wasn't even the teacher. The actual teacher had something go on where they couldn't work for a year or something, so whatever. So this intern teacher comes in, and she's straight out of college, and she's probably 25 years old. And she comes in, and all of a sudden, the class that I absolutely loved turned into the class that I hated. And she scrutinized me like crazy. And finally, I said to her, "You're absolutely out of your mind. I'm a better artist than you are." And I hate having to even say that.
Right.
But everyone here comes towards me wanting perspective or ideas or, "Oh my God, that's so cool." And you come at me and you're giving me these grades, and I'm fucking out. And I stopped. And I stopped for years and years. And this portfolio that I had in my basement just stayed there forever. And then I met my wife, and the portfolio came with me. Never opened it up. Also, and I told my wife in passing that, I'm a good artist.
Mm-hmm.
I used to do art all the time when I was a kid. And finally opened up the portfolio, and she goes, "What the fuck is this? What?" She goes, "You have to do this. You have to start doing this." And I'm like, I haven't done it in so long. She went out and bought me all the shit.
Mm-hmm.
Came home, paint, drawing stuff, whatever. And she goes, "You need to start doing this again." And I said, "Okay." So I started doing it. And it's not just like riding a bike.
Yeah.
My first couple of drawings, I was so pissed off that I'm like, "I'm not doing this. This sucks." But as I'm looking at my art going, "This sucks," my wife is going, "That's insane. How do you think like that?"
Right.
So I keep going. I feel like even now, where, I've been going strong for years now.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm still learning. I'm still rediscovering different things, taking different avenues. I have no direction of where my art's going, and I love that because if I had a set path, I would be lying to myself.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I was telling you before we were on the camera, I've been painting things lately that I don't even know if necessarily I want to paint, but I want to be different, and I want to try different things. And sometimes use my right hand, sometimes my left hand, sometimes two brushes, sometimes my fingers. I've been finger painting some of this shit. And I'm trying different paints and colors and schemes and everything, and I feel like my direction in art has no end, and as long as I keep going the no direction, it will always be like that.
Yeah.
And eventually, someone's going to say to me, "I need your shit."
Mm-hmm.
You guys did.
Mm-hmm.
I've had actually multiple people buy my artwork.
Right, like you've had some real nice. Like, didn't you have something with was it the Wounded Warrior
Yeah.
project?
Yep. I just donated that, and you know what? It sucks. I lost contact with the person, so I don't know what it brought in for the Wounded Warrior. I'm just glad I did it.
Yeah.
Right, that was awesome.
And the whole reason behind it is the woman or whatever was dating someone that was involved with it, and she asked me, and immediately I went, "Oh yeah."
Mm-hmm.
And so I drew up this basically army guy screaming, holding his tags in his hand, and the devil behind him screaming back because of the trauma and PTSD and whatever. And I really just kind of wish I knew how much it brought in.
Right.
But at the same level, who cares as long as I did something like that.
Right, that was cool.
But yeah, and I've sold my artwork across the U.S., Arkansas, Kansas, Texas, Florida. It's been shipped out every which direction. I don't really try to sell it.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I wouldn't. I want it to be all over the place, but that's the one thing I need direction for. I need someone to grab me by the shoulder and say, "Do this, sell it like this, put it here," because my life is absolutely crazy through work and through my wife and 3 kids. That's really where I'm putting all my time.
Yeah.
The shit you see on my Stampede Studios, dude, it's 11 o'clock at night, and I'm putting this shit together. And
Right. Like you're notorious for throwing something together really quick, and I mean, it's got a great quality to it. So, and I've seen the pieces where you've really taken your time doing them too, and it just shows like, okay, I see we can do it in 5 minutes, and I can see we can do it in 5 days. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, it's impressive, man. It really is.
Thank you.
I mean, if you're looking for a place to sell your merch or your, prints and everything, then you got your buddies in Exham Priory here. We got a merch table. We can work something out.
If we don't buy it ourselves, we have a merch table.
So, Kyle, we bought all of them before they even got to the show. So here's your money.
We had business cards for you that we gave out, but
we bought everything.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk and work something out, man.
Yeah.
But dude, it's been a lot of fun having you here
Yeah,
today.
no shit. Speaking of no direction.
The best interviews we've had, honestly, this season have been ones where we kind of had an idea, but never even went towards it whatsoever.
Yeah.
That's how we like to make things happen here. Just conversation. No need to have some structured, this is the direction that we have to go in. Carla, you're right. You don't like to be one thing, confined to one particular path. Like, let's just see what happens. But it's been an absolute blast having you here.
Absolutely,
guys, in a couple of moments, what we're going to do is show you a little bit of Kyle's artwork. I know we flashed a couple of pieces throughout the
this
time today, but something
this
like this.
one right here.
And more awesome stuff coming up. So we'll be back.
Yeah, so that son of a bitch Scott showed up and kicked us out of his office. So now we're back up in the closet with ThinkSoJoe.
We're here with our good buddy Joe Ken.
Hey, Nick and Dan.
Hi, Joe Ken.
All WNY Radio.
All WNY Radio.
All WNY Radio.
Doctor.
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 Rubbing the leather.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my.
That's not leather.
I mean, give me a little bit.
Well, probably in about 40 years it might feel like leather.
I'm going to skin Dan and turn him into a jacket.
Are you going to do the talk while you're doing it? Goodbye, horse. Can I do that? I don't know if I can do that.
Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me.
I plead the fifth.
All right. I don't know how that works.
I don't know, man.
So, Joe, welcome to the Nick and Dan show.
Glad to be here.
Finally.
Finally. It's, you had to wait till season 2 to get the good guests.
Well, I mean, it took us a little time. Last season really wasn't all that planned out, and
Not planned out at all.
at all. Like, there was no plan.
No.
Not that this season really has much of a plan.
Guidelines?
But we have a calendar. We have a calendar.
We do. We have Space Cats.
We have Space Cats.
Ooh.
I know.
Space cats.
Space Cats. If you Google the image or the word Space Cat, that's pretty much what the calendar consists
It's fucking wonderful.
Now, is that like a space wizard? Is it a space wizard cat?
I don't think there is a Space Wizard.
Do we have to
cat.
ask Dr. Leland?
We're going to have to talk to Dr. Leland about the Space Wizard cat, a little-known offshoot of Space Wizard by Yellow Sauce.
Yes.
Yes.
So, Joe,
Yes, Nick.
it's taken us a full season to get you here.
It has.
Schedules didn't quite
They
coordinate.
did not.
Transportation was a thing.
That's the thing.
Now we're also part of the all WNY radio moniker with you.
Sure is.
Representing.
Right, it's nice to be part of the family.
Welcome to the family, boys.
Part of the family.
Welcome to the family. It's good to have you.
Tell us your role with all WNY radio.
I am the events coordinator and on-air talent on the ThinkSoJoe show Wednesdays at 6 p.m. live on all WNY radio.
Live.
Get my two shows confused sometimes.
Yeah, right.
Live on, but nope, other one.
No, not that. That ain't it.
Although if you do listen to the ThinkSoJoe show, it sounds much like what the content of the other show should be.
It depends who's there and who's asking.
Right?
I don't know. Karina was on a recent episode and we were talking about wrestling, and she hasn't watched wrestling since she was a kid. So
See, there you go.
I forget what we talked about last time that I was there.
I'm going to assume wrestling is video game.
No, I don't usually talk about it.
no, you know what? You two sweeted me, and Dan was like, "What the fuck was that?"
Yeah, I do remember that. I also remember Brian laughing as I sat there just drinking beer.
Yes, that happens.
I'm good at it.
What we
Yes.
do.
Yeah. So Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Myself and Brian Muller from Breaking Solace.
And what's his other project?
His other project is Silence the Cynic.
That's right.
Just released a 3-song Creedence Clearwater cover EP.
Yeah.
You bastard.
He did. He put it out.
I like our Creedence.
I like your
Song
Creedence
more.
too. That one is not on his, so you guys are in mutually exclusive territory.
Well,
Well,
I
as
mean-
long as there was you stay on your side of the line, we'll stay on ours.
Right.
We did kind of pick one of the most obscure fucking songs out
We
there.
did. Oh my god. Not because he's doing that. Is there a way that we can be the Sharks and we can be the Jets and we can do that shit in
Are
October?
we going to run up and snap at them?
Yes, in October when we spend a weekend with them.
Okay.
Excellent.
So we're going to be from West Side Story, but can we really fuck with people and do like a cover from Phantom of the Opera
Yeah.
while dressed as the Sharks?
I think anything can fly.
We're going to throw random snapping in there at them. Like we're just going to stop the fucking song and snap our fingers at them.
I like it.
We're coming for you, Muller.
Ah.
So give us a little background about you, Joe. Tell the people where you come from. What makes you you?
Well, I always wanted to be a radio DJ, and so it wasn't going to happen on a professional level, so I made it happen with all WNY Radio.
Woo!
Thanks, Scott!
Thanks, boss.
Right.
Well, I started with all WNY Radio in back in like 2010
Okay.
under previous management, and had a falling out with previous management, and was going to actually start a rival station, and then Scott got all WNY back, and I said, okay, dude, I want to work for you. It'll make it much easier than starting from scratch. And so Scott hired me on. We had a 1 a.m. meeting, and that led to the ThinkSoJoe show, and also later led to me being the event coordinator, so I put together all the shows and everything for all WNY. So I get to do all this cool shit that I wanted to do when I was a kid.
Nice.
Make a little bit of money off of some of the stuff, you know.
Now, I mean, Dan and I will both attest. We both know it didn't all start in radio.
No,
You were
not.
Bands once upon a time.
I was in a band once upon a time.
Tell us about your musical background.
Well, I was in a band called ThinkSoJoe with a gentleman that you guys know very well, Mr. Luke.
Nah, fuck
Lucifer?
that guy.
Fuck
Yeah,
that
fuck that guy? Okay,
You
fuck
guys
that guy.
remember Luke, right?
So,
Yeah, I was in a band with Luke. Ant was later in my band.
okay.
You guys remember Ant too, right?
I don't count.
And we were in a band called ThinkSoJoe. We did a bunch of shows together and had a good few years. And that actually led directly to me being a part of All Western New York Radio.
All right.
Now this band ThinkSoJoe you speak of, I believe that in one of your All Western New York radio shows, we brought you on stage and did one of your ThinkSoJoe songs.
You did. You had kidnapped me the previous night.
Yes,
I was locked in your basement. Your wife heard me screaming and wouldn't let me out. But then the Dreadnecks rescued me, and then I had turned on the Dreadnecks to join Exham Priory the next night.
Yay!
That's right. As the unofficial 5th member.
Indeed.
Now, in celebration of your unofficial 5th member-ness, let's take a little snippet of the Burning the Bush song that we've covered from ThinkSoJoe.
Bush.
Alrighty. Whatever.
Do you want to take the next topic?
Yeah, sure, but I think we're still in the musical thing. I just wanted to throw it in there before I forgot about it.
Ah,
Because
nice.
not much sleep in the past few days.
Yeah. See, this is the joy of pre-filming. We can edit all this out,
I know.
and probably keep it for like extras or something.
Yeah, that whole blooper reel is going to take us a year to make.
Oh my god.
Actually, it's going to take a year to make, and then the last is going to be awesome because it's going to be the entire Inherent Vice.
It really is. All fucking 3.5 hours of it. There was so much to work with. Like you don't understand.
I bet.
It's the whole thing was a blooper reel. Like just not laugh. It made it so hard to edit because
Never laughed so hard.
we were all just cracking up nonstop. Nonstop. There was fucking trash. Wheeling around on a little fucking stool.
Oh, it was a good
They put him on a leash.
time. I put him on a leash.
That's right. And then he escaped.
He escaped.
And then he escaped off screen.
Yeah, we were
You're off the shot.
We took one of these little sidebars to look at Mr. Skeleton so we could later put some fucking voiceover work to it.
Right.
And we turn back around, he's like this under a stool. We're like, what are you doing? He goes, nothing.
And then he just pushes away.
Wheels over to the mini fridge and comes back with 2 beers.
Oh, it was spectacular. Like, I feel like one of these days I'm gonna air that unhindered. Well, without anything that, might make somebody look bad or...
Right.
I don't think any bad mouthing went on there.
No.
But, still. I'm gonna hear that mostly unhindered. Oh my god.
So, that was Exham Priory's version of ThinkSoJoe's Burning the Bush with our good buddy Joe Kent on guitar and backing vocals.
I thought Nick got vocals on that. You sang that way better than I ever did.
Not bad for learning the words a couple of days prior.
I know. We literally had
a
like
couple of days
2
prior.
practices.
Yeah.
What can I say? I got a gift. Make noises sound like words.
And then the next thing we did together, we had 1 practice for.
Yes.
However, luckily we both had heard that song for decades prior to.
Actually, it's funny because Brian had asked, we did California Love together.
Mm-hmm.
And Brian was like, I'm surprised you learned the words that fast. Dude, the song's 20 years old.
Right.
I've known the words for 19 years.
How long does it take Brian to learn a fucking song?
Apparently a while.
Wow.
More than 19 years.
Yeah.
How old is he?
I think he's younger than us.
He is younger than us. I think he's 30, maybe 31. I don't know.
Doctor.
I concur.
Doctors.
Now that we've completed the medical portion of today's segment, cha-ching. So, Joe, how does it feel to be the official 5th member of, unofficial, because we really haven't made it official.
Really haven't.
Really haven't.
But I like, not having labels or anything and any expectations. You know?
Gotcha.
It's kind of like a fly-by-night kind of thing.
So how does it feel to be the Axl Rose of Exham Priory?
Would I be more like the Bumblefoot of XM Priory because I just show up like at random shows and play with you guys?
The man's got a point.
You do.
Yeah.
All right, everybody.
Bumblefoot.
As badly as these guys abuse me,
Oh, shut up.
I still enjoy being the unofficial 5th member of XM Priory.
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. We don't fucking abuse him whatsoever. Let me make this clear. Just because you smack somebody around a little bit doesn't mean that you fucking don't love them. Don't fucking look at me that way.
Just because you ride a bitch's back like you would on Luke doesn't mean you don't love him.
So if both of his hands were on his shoulders, what the fuck was poking Luke in the middle of the back?
That walking stick.
Ah, sure.
Little legs, you see.
You've seen Star Wars.
Yes,
right?
I've seen Star Wars. I'm not that culturally.
Listen, because I know it's a bit on your radio show, ThinkSoJoe show, where Brian gives you homework to watch movies.
Yeah.
I know you're not very well versed in the movie realm,
I am not.
so I just wanted to make sure that we weren't talking over your head or anything.
No, I have seen Star Wars. I know what you're talking about there.
Excellent.
Gotcha.
He's seen Star Wars.
He saw Star Trek. Got it.
I've also seen Star Trek. I've had to watch all of those fucking movies.
I am
May
sorry.
the Force be with you.
Live long and prosper.
Go Team Venture.
Yeah.
Yes, the unofficial 5th member of Exham Priory.
Yep. We wouldn't have it any other way.
So we're officially making it unofficial, I guess.
So you know what we need to do to fuck with people is to have me on a show with you guys that isn't one of my shows.
So are you saying this is more a relationship out of convenience than anything?
Well, it just so happens that every time we've done something, it's been on one of my shows.
So
One
you're
of the
saying,
old WNY shows.
what you're saying is you're trying to ride our coattails to the top.
I am. You guys make me a lot of money. They're laughing. It's true.
Oh, man. Jesus Christ.
We just had a lot of fun. And
We do, man.
drink a lot of beer. Hey, speaking of which,
Cheers. those of you who don't know, the reason why Joe is so close with Exham Priory isn't because we go way, way back on a personal level. It's because he was actually supposed to be in the band before I was.
This is true.
True, we had contacted Joe probably about 2 months prior to getting on with Dan, and Joe was supposed to come out to practice, and
That was another thing where schedules didn't line up right and transportation, things like that. And,
Yeah.
next thing you know, you guys are calling me like, hey, we got a bass player. I'm like, that's cool. Who is it? Like, Dan Twist. Like, yeah, you guys are good.
and the rest was history.
Yeah.
So they say. Although,
Who are they?
somehow,
All right, who's they?
I don't know.
Why the fuck
They
are
are
they
the same people who told us to do this horse shit.
Why the fuck are they talking about us?
Because they told us to do this.
Are they saying mean things?
Probably.
How mean?
Very neat.
Fuck.
It's all them.
What about them?
Could be them.
What about them?
Maybe it's them.
But
But
probably.
it's definitely them.
Definitely them.
Definitely.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Knock it off.
We told them.
We did.
So Joe is a podcaster. I mean, we've kind of hobcobbled a setup together. You didn't see season 1 setup. It was something.
I didn't see it in person, but I had watched season 1, so I saw
It was
a little bit of it. I didn't see how you were set up, like,
Yeah.
equipment-wise, but I saw it.
It was.
I heard it wasn't.
It was. We had a meeting with Joe Caparella on how to further the Exham Priory band, if you will, or brand, if you will, and he suggested doing stupid little things, put them on YouTube. Like if you guys have a funny moment during the band practice, put it on YouTube. If you guys have something on stage, put it on YouTube. And the two of us were sitting in my garage one day and figured, well, we do a lot of shit outside of the band. How can we do that and put that on YouTube? So Beer came in, and we were standing in my garage and said, well, we have 2 motorcycles to sit on, and I have 2 extra microphones, and, ooh, look, jack stands. We'll put microphones on jack stands, put them in the center of the garage.
I believe this show started off as Nick and Dan Do Stuff.
Nick and Dan doing shit.
Nick and Dan doing
Dan doing shit, I believe,
Yeah,
was
alright.
the title as far as what we called them in the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, we're going to call that season 1.1.
Well, that'd be 1.0. After that would be 1.1.
There wasn't a 1.0. There was just went straight to 1.1.
That doesn't make any sense.
See, that was the prototype, and then the actual first season was 1.0.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening right now.
We're discussing semantics of version numbers.
Listen, all I know is that I've been drinking beer and suddenly math got involved, and this is some horse shit.
Yeah, that doesn't work for Nick.
I'm going to need to know what the cosine is of this whole thing.
10.
We need you to check that math.
Never.
You get your
Never.
graphing calculator out.
Never,
Come on.
ever check the math.
Ever?
Ever.
No.
Not in one instance?
Not in one instance.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, life tip number 1 of this episode.
Don't check the math.
Ever.
Ever.
You know what happens when I check the math when it involves you guys? My show just shuts right down.
You should stop checking the math.
Yeah. Or it always involves you guys. I don't know.
You've seen us on stage. You've been on stage with us. We're a ball of chaos.
This is true.
We are, if you watch cartoons, and you watch, let's say, the Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote, when they start to get in their little fucking quarrel that they get into, and it's just a dust ball with a foot here and a leg, that's us in real
Sure.
life.
I say, you've been to our practices.
I have.
Yeah.
I've been kidnapped by you at your practices.
That's
true.
And apparently lived in my basement.
Yeah?
And my wife is a horrible person for not letting you out. Did she at least feed you?
No.
Misha.
I don't know. To be fair, I don't know if she actually knew I was down there. Like, I was yelling and screaming. I don't know if she heard me or if she just thought it was something going on outside.
She does not like the basement. I can attest to that.
Okay, so maybe that was it. Maybe she just didn't
So
want to open the door.
So
I
it's
don't know.
nothing to do with her Canadianism?
No, well, half of my house is an addition, so the basement only goes under half of my house. But to get the ductwork through there for the heating vents, they had to blow a small hole in the foundation, the outer wall of my basement, and go underneath the addition. And it's not covered. You know, I mean, it's framed in. It's like
I've seen the hole.
Yeah. And
I've seen this hole.
he's seen all the holes, and she thinks that's where the zombies are going to come from. So she doesn't like the basement.
Like how they get in, or where they originate from?
I'm going to go with both, just because.
It's because of her Canadianism.
Maybe.
That's what I'm going with.
Yeah.
Nick and Dan will be back after these ads. Are you looking for your next amplifier? Are you trying to redefine your sound? Do you need that piece of equipment to complement your amazing guitar playing? Well, look no further. Bison Electronics has what you need. Look up Bison Electronics online. Handmade from the ground up in Buffalo, New York.
Oh, but Joe, you're a podcaster. For your setup, what are the tools of your trade? What are particular pieces you gravitate towards?
I mean, I like condenser mics. They sound good. I've got, the biggest thing for me is having that noise gate in my studio, because, like, there is no foam on the walls of my studio, unlike here or, you know, anywhere. Like when I do voiceovers, I'm in a room that's full of foam, but there's none on the walls of the studio. So that noise gate's the best thing in my studio. But I like my Behringer mixer. I got some Nady microphones that are real cheap. They suck, but they do.
I like it. I mean,
Hey, they work, man.
Right.
Show sounds all right.
Yeah, so a real basic setup from what I mean, because I don't know a lot of you guys. Always just see a lot of wires and microphones aiming at stuff, and you twisting knobbies on things.
Yep.
And then you trying to reboot your computer.
Yeah, that's happened a couple of times with you guys around.
So, I mean, I see a lot of stuff going on. My
Actually,
brain's just like, hey, a beer.
I think the last time I was there, you went through 5 or 6 different devices.
And that was the week after we had the power outage.
Yes.
And then the next time I went to play Exham Priory on the show, we had another power outage.
We rock so hard, we fuck up local power grids.
South Buffalo Power Grid cannot handle Exham Priory.
Local power grids, we're coming for you. Fuck you.
So, obviously, Joe, you've wanted to do this for a long time. Somebody had to inspire you to do podcasting. What are some of your... Are there influence in podcasting?
Well, I just grew up listening to the radio. I wanted to be a radio DJ, and I went to college for that. I sent out demos to like all the local radio stations, and then one of the local radio stations had an ad where they said, "Come down to the Erie County Fair, and you could be the next DJ on our station in a popularity contest." Like, well, what the fuck am I going to school for? So I dropped out and kind of just put that on the back burner, and eventually fell back into it, and here I am.
There you go.
Are there any particular DJs that you tend to enjoy as far as when you're listening to the radio? Anybody that you think does a really solid job as far as being a personality?
Casey.
I mean, that just goes on.
To be perfectly honest, I haven't listened to the radio, like actual radio, in years.
Okay.
I put on the local rock radio station, and I said, "What the fuck is this shit?" And I went on this rant on Twitter about it. And the guy says, the programming director says, "Well, what do you consider rock music?" And I said, "That's a really tough question." And I said, "Let me think about that." And then a local band put out a song called Suck. And I tweeted back to that guy, and I said, this is what rock music sounds like.
I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you very much.
I believe we actually used that quote in our press kit, too.
It is in your press kit. I gave you guys full permission for that one.
I think that is true.
Right, because I even actually contacted him, and we were talking back and forth, but it's at that point when I realized that breaking into the mainstream radio market is near impossible anymore.
Sure.
Because they're all owned by, and okay, I don't mean to sound like a crazy, conspiracy theorist, but most of them are owned by major corporations now.
You're not wrong.
Where
Yeah.
they're looking for
Marketability.
stuff that's already out there. You're already coming to the table with 15,000 fans. I don't know. I'm just throwing out a number there.
Sure.
There's no,
Well, I mean,
there's
but-
no A&R.
But you're not wrong.
Right.
And they're not based locally.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you have the local branches. You know, you go into your local radio station, terrestrial radio station studio. You could do that, but none of them focus on local music, and that really sucks. And that's what I wanted to do when I came back to all WNY radio, was focus on local music. You get, try to get people exposed to some of this local music. You know,
Right.
I've really tried to help out anybody. I mean, you guys have been really supportive. Like the Barksdales and Dreadnecks have all been really appreciative. Inherent Vice has been really appreciative of what we've done for them. And, it was just a natural progression to start putting on the shows and putting you guys on shows. And you guys were on almost 4 out of 5 shows at the end of last year.
This is very, very true.
It is. I know, obviously you mentioned the Barksdales. You're rocking one of their shirts right now. And it's funny because before we started filming today, I walked in and Joe looked at me and went, "Man, I'm glad that I didn't wear my Dreadneck shirt." That's funny because actually I had in my hands before as I was getting dressed, I'm like, "Hey, I got my Barksdales t-shirt," but I'm like, "Nah, Dreadnecks today." So
I was going through my drawer. I was looking specifically for the Barksdales t-shirt, but I had in my hand, I had my Dreadnecks t-shirt, and I had my Long Cold Dark t-shirt. And I'm like, you know what? Let me keep digging. Let me see if I can find the Barksdales. And I found the Barksdales, and I'm really glad I didn't wear the Dreadnecks.
I'm glad I didn't wear the Barksdales, because
Yeah.
then we would have looked like tools.
Yeah,
Not to say that both bands are fucking excellent.
exactly.
If you haven't had the chance to catch the Barksdales or the Dreadnecks from Western New York, look them up. I mean, hang on. Dreadnecks, Barksdales.
Death metal.
What is going on with this shirt?
That's a pink death metal goat, and it says death metal in a cute
Cool.
little cloud.
And a rainbow.
Yeah.
That's adorable. And a smiley moon thingy.
Yep.
Neat.
Isn't it cool?
That's cool.
That's nifty.
It is.
But-
Gee golly willikers.
I actually had my XM Priory, I opened the drawer, and the XM Priory shirt literally jumped out at me. I'm like, yeah, no, you're going back in until tomorrow night.
You should wash that.
Yeah, if it's jumping out at you.
Oh, it's clean. It's just, I have so many damn t-shirts. I have so many t-shirts, man. You open a drawer, and they're just...
If it's jumping out at you, though. I mean, we do put a little bit of ourselves in every t-shirt we make. That one may have got a little bit more.
They make their own
DNA than the
t-shirts, and
rest.
they jack off into the paint. That's what they're telling you. Nick's denying it.
No! What are you doing to the ink? I handled it. I've gotten it on my hands and face.
So am I.
Ah. Ah.
Sorry, Nick.
Ah.
Sorry.
It's actually 100% bull shark testosterone is what I put in there. So.
I still won't feel happy right now.
So if you own an XM Priory t-shirt...
Dan jerked off on it.
Maybe. Get it tested. I ain't paying for a fucking test.
What happened? What happened?
Dan jerked off into the ink. That's what happened.
We thought that the last season didn't have a fucking time. What?
What just happened? It's alright, buddy. I'll get you a cookie on the way to the studio.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Don't jerk off on that, too.
Yeah, the cookie's got frosting on it.
That's how I supplement my income. You see 7-Eleven's got those new stuffed cookies now? That's what I do at night when I can't sleep.
Help me. Somebody help me.
Now, do you make the filling first and they inject it, or do you just fuck the cookie?
That's a very good question. It really depends on the mood.
These are secrets that are privy only to the chef himself.
Fair enough.
Giving me any goddamn secrets. You're worth money right now, boy.
We raw dog oatmeal
Patent pending.
Patent pending.
There you go. There's your answer.
Doctor.
Doctor.
I think that's the first time I've seen you speechless.
That's staying in the episode.
Oh yeah, it's got to.
Nick Lucido, everybody.
Hi. Oh, good Lord. Good Lord.
Good Lord. It's all about your musical influencers. Yeah, you fucked me.
So, I had a cough anyway, so get out of that one.
That's what I do to cookies.
God damn it.
Yep.
I fucking hate you.
I think it's time for the...
Yeah, me too. Well, this pal, he's up here for Drunken Joe as we progress further into the episode intros. So we'll probably want to mention that. So, Joe, we see you at the beginning of every fucking episode.
Yeah. We'll get to
So we'll make this semi-early and like we'll make this like the second episode. So that way he's still sober.
Right.
When he does the interview.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Alright, so I was here.
Alright. That's what I do to the cookies.
God damn it. God damn, I fucking hate you.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do? You used to throw paper all over my garage floor.
I'm still gonna throw paper all over your
Probably.
garage
You're
floor.
probably going to come in with a fucking confetti cannon.
Anyway, don't give them ideas.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
gonna do that to Scott's office.
We did that to Stamps on New Year's.
Hey Alexa, add confetti cannon to my shopping list. Hey Alexa, thank you. Really quick off topic. So, we like to add things to our boss, Scott Leffler's shopping list, because he left his Amazon Alexa here in the office.
This is true.
So far, we've added titty sprinkles. We've also added stripper shoes.
And now we've just added a confetti cannon.
Scott's not going to know what the fuck is going on with his shopping list. But it's his fault.
Pretty sure he's caught on to our game.
I don't care.
I
It's
mean,
his fault.
I knew it was you guys.
Well, I mean, in my... Not that we're admitting guilt, but we did leave Mr. Skeleton in the office for a couple of days.
I mean, we just filmed me putting something on his shopping list.
But you can edit that out.
It wasn't.
It was Mr. Skeleton. Totally was.
Well, if it was Carl, it'd be more along the lines of, it's been a while. Damn it, I can't remember how to do his voice at the moment.
Fuck you guys.
Damn it. Thinking. It's kind of like a murder face.
Yeah, kind of.
Jesus Christ.
Not so much of a... Fuck you guys.
Fuck you guys.
Yeah, there you go.
So wait, where were we?
Carl was adding titty sprinkler, confetti.
I completely forgot where we were in the sentence.
Thinking.
Alexa, add confetti cannon. My thingy.
I was doing there.
Wow, that thing's hearing is good.
Yeah, it is.
And now we've added a confetti cannon.
We weren't admitting guilt. We just did it, but it wasn't you. It was Carl.
But I mean, if it was Carl, it would have sounded more like, "Hey Alexa, put titty sprinkles on my shopping list." That's what it would sound like.
Bro,
Not that I sound anything like Carl whatsoever.
we're just small.
That was my impression of Carl.
Yeah.
But we put stuff on his shopping list. So throughout the season, we're just going to randomly throw some stuff on his shopping list.
We're going to see what we can get.
Now, if you'd like to add stuff to Scott's shopping list, please make sure to contact us. Because we have more seasons that we're going to be filming. And we're going to have so much fun with this. I think eventually he's going to take that thing out of here, though.
There's going to be more.
There's going to be more.
All right.
You're stuck with me, buddy.
That's all right. We're not too keen on being, filthy, but try to keep it somewhat in the cleaner realm. I mean, don't go asking for a Brazilian cream pie or anything, I'm just saying.
Yep.
Okay.
What he said.
Don't listen to me. Make it filthy.
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 So dirty.
Funnier the better, but filthy's okay. So, Joe.
Yes.
Hi, Joe.
Hi, guys.
You,
Alexa, add a mail order bride to my shopping list.
yes.
Getting into it.
You had mentioned before, and we had shown a video of you playing.
Sure.
Musical influences. What were you going for when you were heading ThinkSoJoe?
Well, I'm super into Metallica.
Couldn't tell.
So, I wanted to kind of go like old school thrash, like get away from that new metal style that was like the thing at the time, and try and go back to like that Metallica, like Anthrax, Megadeth kind of style, and didn't quite work the way I planned. So, I had like Iron Maiden in my head when I wrote one of the songs, King of Chaos, but then, Luke came with this riff, and I'm like, yeah, you know what, I can use this instead and do it this way, and, at the time I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, so we got in the studio with Johnny Helms, and Johnny was like, dude, try it this way. And I tried Johnny's way, and be like, yeah, you know what, that works, let's do it that way.
There you go.
So, it got away from me a little bit, but it sounded a lot better than it would have if it hadn't.
And then he'll go, now, do it again, but don't suck.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's my favorite one. And do it again, but don't suck.
Try it again, but,
Play it
on
on time.
time.
Yeah.
I fucking love when he does that. It's just terrific.
They'll chime in. Did you mean to do that, or was that a fuck up?
So, how do you think you did?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's listen. Yeah, it's garbage.
Delete.
Johnny would keep me in there for like a full day, just doing vocals on one song, and I'd be like so dead by the time I got out of there.
I had that once.
Yeah, just like no, I'd have shit to do. I'd be like, no, I'm going to the thing. Like, nope, you gotta stay in here and do it.
It's called the chorus for Season of the Flies. Yeah. Oh my god, that took forever. I'm still not. Yeah. It's there.
It is there. We have proven it is there.
I like the live version more.
Yeah.
Because he restricted you from singing Chris Isaac.
No, it's because
That's not at all.
you know how I kind of do that scream in there and go into the chorus?
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't translate over in the studio.
Gotcha.
No, it doesn't. If I remember correctly, it was, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, that's exactly what I heard in my headphones. What the fuck was that?
Yeah. It's kind of like when you were trying to do the solo on your regular guitar part, and you were going through the solo.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was like, yeah, let's do it again until that nonsense.
So, guys, who we're talking about, it's a good friend of all of
Oh,
ours.
we love Johnny.
We really do. Johnny Helms, he's from the Music Lab, the studio here in Niagara Falls, near downtown. Excellent fucking quality. We jab, but he's an old friend of all of ours. He's actually quite professional.
He really is.
When it comes down to it, he pushes you and gets the best out of you.
Well, that's exactly what I was saying. Is like those
Right.
songs like that we had on that 3-song demo would have just been shit if it wasn't for Johnny. 'Cause it would have been me just doing my thing without knowing what the fuck I'm doing, you know?
Right.
does have a keen ear. It may take him a few takes, but he'll figure out what kind of sound you're going for, and he'll figure out the best route to get you there.
Right, so if you're looking for some place to record, check out the Music Lab in Niagara Falls, New York, and contact them. They do an awesome job.
Jesus Christ, more ads? Fuck. If you want to have more of the Nick and Dan Show weekly, be sure to check them out on YouTube at Exham Priory. EXHAM Tuesdays every week.
All WNY Radio, in association with FTFP Events, brings you WNY's Music Scene Showcase Volume 4, Saturday, June 23rd in Sugar City, 1239 Niagara Street, Buffalo, New York. 6 p.m. doors with a $5 cover, all ages, featuring some of Western New York's top acts, like Hojack, Element 36,
It's a Kodak. All the evacuates of building.
Wyatt Coin,
I was half drunk, staring at my crossed eyes in the mirror, thinking back on the old
Yellow Sauce,
Space Wizard took the yellow
and Exham Priory.
we say, goddamn!
Come be part of the fun, bring everyone to the All Ages Show, Saturday, June 23rd in Sugar City, 6 p.m. door time. See you there.
Now more of the ThinkSoJoe Nick and Dan Show.
Oh, man. These beers are tasting pretty fucking good.
They are.
So, Joe,
Yes, Nick.
we've seen you at the beginning of our episodes now.
Sure.
And we understand you're going to be at the beginning of every episode.
This is true.
How do you feel about having more FaceTime on our show than Luke had in the entire first season, and we're going to keep it that way for the second season, too?
I think it's become a thing.
Just to spite him.
I mean, that's on him.
So,
Yeah, show up, man.
So,
I'm here.
this is true.
So,
Sup?
so. You've now also had more talking parts than he has. Shit! His wife and daughter.
Yeah.
His wife and daughter had more talking parts on last season than he did.
With the whole Chowini thing.
Ah, yeah, China.
Chowini. Oh, Kira.
Yup.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, Kira made us a mask.
She did.
We have to remember to bring that in.
We'll have to get it next time we have practice.
So in future episodes, you guys can expect us to have a mask, either on or near us, or just staring right at you, that Luke's daughter, Kira, made for us, for you to enjoy.
Which means upcoming episodes will be a far more pleasant viewing experience.
Ouch. If
Hey,
I
you-
had a heart, it would hurt.
I mean, if you looked at me,
Yeah. I'd
Listen.
fuck you.
listen, let's just be glad that these aren't like real high-def cameras, because that wouldn't make anybody happy. No.
Look at all the crow's feet under your eyes.
Now I think you really hurt his feelings.
No.
Neither one of us sleep very much.
Neither do I at all. I can relate.
Yeah.
No, Joe, it is pretty nice, though, to be part of the all WNY family. Scott's been nice enough to welcome us in.
He gave you guys a key to the office.
Oh, we don't have a key.
No, he just lets us in. Yeah. And then he leaves.
We were going to get a key, but it says do not copy.
So we
Ah,
can't
okay.
get a key.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I probably could get a key, but I don't feel like having that conversation where just let me have the key and I'll come back with two.
Could I have a key?
Sure. Well, if I get a copy of the key, everybody could have. You guys could have copies.
Who wants a copy of the key?
Party in Scott's office!
Woo! If you want copies of the keys, make sure to comment on the episode. And we will make sure you get copies of the key if we actually decide to follow through with this.
So I was about to say, we'll try if we remember.
Yeah, you're probably not getting a copy of the key. We're not going to remember.
I mean, you could write key and I'll send you something. Could be a
Send a
drawing of the
self-addressed
key.
stamped envelope to Key.
Could be a drawing of the key. Could be a clay mold impression of the key.
We might mail you Joe.
I could take the shift off of his keyboard over there and send it to you. What happened to the shift button on the keyboard? I don't fucking know. Somebody commented on our YouTube video and said key, and I had to give them something, so I
Just
sent
order
them
another one through Amazon.
Ah, we could do that.
Hey, Alexa.
Add shift key to my shopping list. Thanks, Alexa.
You guys can plug that thing into the board. So it's like...
No. Actually, I think that microphone might be close enough to it.
Oh, it might be.
Yeah, I don't know if it's muted or not.
I don't care.
No.
We had a recent episode where Brian just kept talking to my Alexa. We had to plug it into the board just so it's like, here, you guys can hear this now.
All right, future episode remembrance. We're putting the microphone on the Alexa.
Nice.
Spectacular.
Yes, sir.
So you want to take food?
Oh, yeah. Why does a fat guy gotta ask a food question?
You want me to ask the food question?
It's on your index card, isn't it?
It's not on
It's
my
not either in their
Oh,
cards.
they didn't write it down.
See, it's not. I have influences and hobbies, which we haven't touched on yet. And then we have the Exham experience as the fifth member. Why are you doing that again? Now, you do realize if you throw this on the
Welcome
floor,
to season 2 of the Nick and Dan
we
Show.
have to pick this up. Like, we're in a legitimate office now. This isn't just me sweeping the floor. I hate you so much. So much.
So tell us about food. Give me my beer back.
Here's your beer. What about food?
Are there any local eateries that you enjoy? Any particular food that you happen to enjoy the most? Like, what's your favorite meal?
If you're in Niagara Falls, eat at Michael's. That is a great fucking restaurant.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
It's a place that I frequent. I don't live far from there, so there's a chance you'll probably run into me as I'm running in, wearing probably pajamas and whatever.
Now, you may not know this, because you don't like the green stuff, but on their salad, they actually put little tiny rolls of mozzarella cheese.
No, I'm aware of that because Jenny orders the salad, my wife,
Okay.
and then I tend to eat some of them before I finish walking back home to bring our food in.
So you'll eat the cheese even though it touched a vegetable?
Because it's fucking cheese.
All right.
It trumps veggies.
I just
It
know
does.
you hate veggies, so
That's what food eats.
this is true. Does the cheese eat the lettuce?
No, the cheese wants to get away from the lettuce, and I'm helping it.
Mm-hmm. Also, I like Viola's on Military there. Anytime I'm in Niagara Falls, anytime I got to go to Evening Star or something like that, and that place is open, I'm there.
All right, so we've got Michael's and Viola's in Niagara Falls. Now, there is a second Viola's in Niagara Falls. That's further in on Elmwood, I believe.
It's right behind where Save-A-Lot is.
Yeah, the old city market.
The old Super Duper.
But that's right, Niagara
That's how
Falls.
old we are.
Oh, super.
That's how old we are.
We have our own Elmwood Buffalo, and it's not anywhere near as good as yours.
Ours is right behind City Market, where the three of us used to play hacky sack, waiting for STEM to take the stage.
This is true.
Oh my God, that was so long ago. The Cadilly Post.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The old
So
metal
long
shows.
ago.
Mm-hmm.
Because, guys, once upon a time, Niagara Falls used to have a kickin' fucking metal scene.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, things have just kind of fallen away. The venues are gone. The only place left is really the Evening Star.
Mhm.
I mean, and rock on to Billy for keeping that going and giving us a place to play.
As far as like a full-blown venue, but I mean, if you're a smaller act or don't mind smaller clubs, there's also the Wagon Wheel, for the River Pub.
Right, I say there's the River Pub too that I tend to play frequently as a solo act.
There's the Vault.
So there are a few other places, but as far as a full-on venue,
Yeah,
full lighting, sound,
exactly.
and
All you got to bring is your instruments and your amps. Everything else is provided via sound system lights.
I mean they're really looking more for. I mean they have the
And if
tribute
you play there,
bands.
if you play there in warm weather, there's a good chance that outside.
Harry's Ribs!
Aw, so good. I mean it hurts my belly after, like the day after we're coming out, but it's so worth it.
And I believe his landlord makes a delicious sweet potato fries, and I think it's his mother's cornbread recipe.
Nice.
Damn.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cornbread. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Speaking of Elmwood, I like in Buffalo when I book shows at Good Bar. Go straight across to ETS, Elmwood Tacos and Subs.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
'Cause I was going to ask, like Buffalo eateries too. 'cause-
Elmwood Tacos and Subs, that's my joint. Any excuse I get to go over there.
Right, I know we hit up, the one eatery we hit up when we were playing over the Mohawk is Casa de Pizza.
Casa de Pizza is great.
Right, they got some awesome
Yeah.
slices.
I'm looking
so
forward.
good.
I got some Nietzsche shows coming up. Allentown Pizza.
Right.
Oh my God.
Now that's pretty awesome. You guys will be starting up with Nietzsche's.
Yeah, we're doing Nietzsche's. We're doing Tudor this year.
Okay.
So
Cool.
we're gonna have. We're trying to just expand a little bit and maybe get a little bit away from stamps.
No,
Instead of doing that every couple of months, you know.
Now, as far as the shows go, it was just last year that you guys were putting the shows on, right?
Last February I put on the first show. It was the Black and Heart Ball.
Yeah.
With Final Decline was on that, Lower Town Trio, and somebody else. Can't think of who it was off the top of my head. But
They played instruments though.
They
did
played
play
instruments.
And
They
I
did.
bet you one of them sang.
Probably. That's entirely
Maybe.
possible.
Yeah. But you
Yeah,
guys,
it was the first show. It was back in February last year. Our Black and Heart Ball was an idea of we wanted to make a second Halloween, and nobody ran with it except for us. So to do this year's, we just said, "Fuck it! It's the Black and Heart Ball. Here's the bands."
there you go.
I like it.
Now, you guys did a show every month, almost, right?
Almost. We missed a couple of months last year, and July was one of those months. And this year we've got 2 shows coming up in July at the Tudor Lounge.
Well, see, there you go. They
So-
made up for it.
Yeah, they can make up for it.
We're
It's all
gonna,
better.
yeah, we're expanding as much as we can.
Oh, we had to have a laugh because on that wall over there are 4 flyers for All Western New York Radio, and our band is on 3 of them.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
That's what we do. We take over.
And then there's a flyer there for all WNY Radio that has us on it too. You can't see us because of the coffee mugs.
Yeah.
And more is on that flyer.
And
And
more.
more.
I got it. And more is a phenomenal fucking thing.
They really are. You know what? You see them all out on flyers all the time, and
Uh-huh.
more.
Yeah.
And more.
They're
You know,
very
I
popular.
think they give TBA, to be announced, a run for their money.
They just
They
might.
do.
They
They
just
do.
might.
I mean, they're much more recognizable.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and more. What can't you say about them
I know.
as far as nice things? I mean, fuck. They're just well rounded. They're all over.
And there's
Oh, yeah.
more.
There is more.
There's always more.
It's like Bronco, but wait, there's more.
Yeah.
But instead it's, but wait,
And more.
Yep.
Oh, I see what you did there.
You see what I did there.
Tricksy little son of a bitch.
That's what happens. You gotta watch us bass players.
Yeah, you got the little tiny ones over there that Scott's girlfriend did, and you got the big ones over there that I did.
So what
Yeah.
you're saying is size matters?
Oh, mine look better.
Yeah, I don't see any of the versions that I did.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't know.
I think they're too
Scott, where's my artwork?
Yeah,
I think they're too new. Oh no, because that one was before.
those are both newer than the ones they did. We got Saves Christmas
Although,
together real
those are the handbills over there.
Yeah.
While mine were the full-size flyers.
We gotta talk to the boss.
And like, hey, boss, need to pull my artwork up.
Yeah.
That's right, because I did flyers for a couple of those, and he got the handbills made.
Mm-hmm.
So I've just been getting flyers and like posters and handbills made.
There you go. Yeah, and when we're at it, we can be like, hey, boss, where's our key?
Joe, it's been a blast having you today.
Glad to be here.
About fucking time you got on the Nick and Dan show. We wanted to get you on all last season. We finally made it happen.
Indeed.
Finally!
Well,
Finally!
Joe Kent has come on the Nick and Dan show. Oh.
why would you really come to the Nick and Dan show?
Phrasing! Phrasing!
At least you didn't say in the Nick and Dan show.
Joe Kent came and Dan.
Now we gotta film it. God damn it.
Oh! You're filming that. I'm not. No, I don't want any part of this. I was making this shit up. Apparently I'm God. What I say becomes real.
It's gonna be on the internet. It's gotta be true.
You did say it on the internet. Wait, that means I gotta be involved. No. I'm overruling you.
Why are you arguing
for this?
That means you've got to do bad things with him.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
I'm
overruling
getting the
this.
shaft. Literally.
He is getting the shaft.
You've got to have the shaft for that.
Yeah.
And
I'm torn.
I just shaved my back. It
Just
just
look Karina in the eye while you're doing it.
She'd probably be into it, man.
She might be.
She would have some fucking, she'd be eating her Brando's pizza. Like, yeah, that motherfucker's getting it right there.
Now choke him.
Yeah, exactly.
Choke
Spit
him.
on him a little bit.
Alexa, add a dildo for Dan to my shopping cart.
Now for some amazing music from Wyatt Coin.
It takes the wind
the Nick and Dan Show for this week. Be sure to tune in on the YouTube channel at Exham Priory for Tuesday Antics, plus the full extended version every Thursday on allwnyradio.com.